Hi, good morning. So, I recently listened to a podcast by Jay Shetty, and he was interviewing Gary Vaynerchuk. In that podcast, I heard a phrase that triggered me a bit, and I took note of it. I did not mind it until today. And the quote was, "Do you need success to fill in the gaps of your insecurities?" And that hit me. That hit me for sure. I got into this thinking again because recently I attended a startup event, and the speakers were talking about startup failures. They talked about how they started several startups and that did not prosper, and how they learned the lessons from there to build the startups they have now, the businesses they have now. And that got me thinking about my previous ventures, small ventures. Some of you know that in the past I've sold charging cables for iOS, for Android and iPhones. I did some photo booth. I did some bag tags briefly. I had my full service digital marketing agency. And yep, money was good for certain times in those businesses as well. So yep, my most recent business was digital marketing agency that I transitioned into a consultancy instead, which works well now. So then I get to think about the motivations I had when I was attempting to do those things, but also attempting to do the responsibilities in my previous roles in the companies I've been with. And I think, sure, there were, most of the times I've been doing those for the monetary reward. Most of the times I was genuinely interested in helping out the people I intend to serve through the services and roles that I play. But yeah, I can identify definitely there are days that I just had to accept responsibilities and aim for success to prove myself to others, but also to give myself that opportunity for a pat on the back. I'm not sure if you know what I mean. Like, you're taking on responsibility to prove to yourself that you can do something good and nice. There were definitely occasions like that. And looking back, I know that I could have had better motivations then. I was also thinking about this because in the past, for sure, I got some courses, lessons, programs here and there just for the certificate. I mean, of course, I really wanted to learn, but I felt the need for those certificates to fill in the gaps of my insecurities and somehow to build that confidence in me. So I got into them. They were definitely helpful for the things I learned there. Even the certificates are helpful now. But yeah, there were definitely occasions I did those for the wrong reasons. I mean, for the wrong motivations. Certificates I could have done, which I could have done better. So yep, it's a hard pill to swallow for sure. It's something that I'm very much comfortable to talk about early on, but it makes sense now that there were definitely times in the past, and there may be definitely times in the future that I would be aiming for success to fill in the gaps for my insecurities. Of course, I hope that doesn't happen again. And of course, that will only be solved if you address your insecurities first. So yep, this self-awareness thing is difficult really. Previously in my work for 7 years in the past, self-awareness was key. And even with that kind of daily reflection that I had back in the day, you still get to learn a lot about yourself. I still get to learn about myself these days. Things that do not come up at the onset of the experience. And when you encounter situations and quotes like that from Jay Shetty and Gary Vaynerchuk, you see, you get to be triggered and you get the opportunity to recall on those experiences. So yep, that's my vlog for today. I hope you still find this information useful. If you have questions on these experiences but also on digital marketing, let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. Again, not to preach, not to tell you what to do with life, but just to simply share about the experiences I've been with and how I tend to overcome my issues. So hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.